Hi BookTube. I'm here to do my June TBR. It's a little bit different than I've normally done because I've fit my or contoured my TBR to meet some specific challenges. I'm participating in Sarah over at Steeped in Books summer romance book bingo, and it's hosted along with a couple other booktubers, and I will leave a link in the description below to the Goodreads page, which she has all sorts of information like the categories, who's hosting, and then if you need help fitting a category, you can ask questions. And so yeah, I'll leave a link in the description below to that. But so yeah, for me, I decided to create my own bingo board. She has a really cool website where you can go and you can refresh. Every time you refresh the page, it populates a new bingo card with different challenges. So not everyone has the same bingo card, which is really cool. So I decided to start my own clean board, and I'm not artistic at all. I know some people can either really make it fancy, or those book journals, or I don't know what you call them, those where they put these stickers on there and the tape and all that. But no, I just did a simple little board, and I'm filling it out as I go. And so I figure because this book bingo is going from just June, July, and August. So if there's 25 squares, I figure I will do 8 challenges per month. And the middle, the free space, is a choose your own book. And so any other book that I read, I can put there in the middle. So yeah, I broke it down into 8 books for this month. So along with doing, going along with the read-alongs that I've been going through this year, like the Betsy Tacy series, I'm reading the 8th book in that series, Betsy and Joe. We're finally going to meet Joe. And then I'm reading the 4th book in the Wheel of Time series, and I am reading 2 books for Steve Donahue's channel. He's doing the Iliad and the Prime Minister by Anthony Trollope. So along with those 4, I'm participating in the romance book bingo. And not all, if you're scared of romance, or you're iffy on it, or if you just don't like it, there's also a bunch of different challenges for this that aren't specifically labeled romance. You don't have to pick a romance book for it. For example, there's things like read a book with yellow on the cover, or read a book that came out in 2019, stuff like that, where you can make it work for you. But I thought, since I'm going to participate in a romance, something with romance in the title, I'm going to try and find some romance books. Because I read some, but I don't read a lot. And so this will be a really good chance for me to really explore and find maybe some new favorite authors. And so yeah, let's get into it. The first one I'm going on with book bingo is one that she's doing that isn't. I mean, it is part of the. You could do it for this book bingo, but it's each month she's choosing a Rita Award. I'm not familiar with. It stands for romance something, I'm assuming, but it's a read along she's doing along with the book bingo, and it's a book that I wouldn't have picked up otherwise. It's Hot in Hellcat Canyon by Julia Ann Long. And with this really cool cover, it looks it's very summery with the red truck in the background. And this one is the first book in the Hellcat Canyon series, and it says a broken truck, a broken career, and a breakup heard around the world land superstar John Tennessee McCord in Hellcat Canyon. Legend has it that hearts come in 2 colors there, gold or black, and that you can find whatever you're looking for, whether it's love or trouble. JT may have found both in the waitress Britt Langley. So yeah, there's that one. So I'm reading separate from this. I'm going to read that, and then actually for the book bingo, the first one is and I just wrote down the numbers so I can keep track. And I was I'm going to print out the 80 different categories, and so I can cross it off. But so the first one is number 45 was a new author to me, and that's Susan Mallory. And this really cool cover. It's very summery. It's When We Found Home, and it's they're on this dock. It looks like they're at the lake. And this one is about. This is the first book in the Malcolm, Kaylee, and Kira series, and this is about 3 siblings who have all been estranged most of their life. They share the same dad, but they all have different mothers, and so they grew up not knowing they had any other siblings. And so Malcolm, he is pretty well off. He had a very different lifestyle to the other 2. One of them grew up in a foster care system, and then the third one actually was just getting out of jail because she made some mistakes in high school that like I think it was like robbing a bank or like robbing a store, and so she landed herself in jail after this one mistake that she made. And so it's the story of the three siblings coming together and kind of like a new lease on life kind of story. And then the next one I'm doing is number 9, a contemporary romance. And I chose Rayanne Thane's The Cliff House. And again, this is a really beachy cover. And this one's set in Northern California, I believe, on a cliff. I know it's another one I'm thinking of. Anyway, this one is after the death of their mother, sisters Daisy and Beatrice found a home with their Aunt Stella in the beautiful and welcoming town of Cape Sanctuary. They never knew all the dreams that Stella sacrificed to ensure that they had everything they'd ever need. Now with Daisy and Bee grown, it's time for Stella to reveal the secret she's been keeping from them, a secret that will change their family forever. And so, let's see, the next one is number 72 challenge, a character that works in the medical field. And I chose Robin Carr's What We Find. And here's that cover. The pretty blue door. And this is the first book in the Sullivan's Crossing series. And it says, under extreme pressure, neurosurgeon Maggie Sullivan knows she needs to slow down before she burns out completely. And the best place she can do that is Sullivan's Crossing. Named for Maggie's great-grandfather, the land and charming general store at the crossroads of the Colorado and Continental Divide trails now belong to Maggie's eccentric father, Sully. She relishes the opportunity to indulge in his simple way of life. But Maggie's world is rocked, and she must take responsibility for the crossing. When a quiet and serious-looking hiker, Cal Jones, offers to lend a hand, Maggie is suspicious of his motives, until she finds out the true reason for his deliberate isolation. This next one is Dorothea Benton-Frank's Queen Bee, and I read her, I think it was last month, and this is when I saw that recently come out, and so I decided to go and pick that one up. This was a really pretty beachy cover. Talk about like summer romance book. This like really fits the category here, and this is number 23 for the challenge, beach setting. And so this one is number 12 in the Low Country Tales. And I've read a couple books in the series. Like Dorothea Benton-Frank, she often writes in this Low Country Tales series, but I don't think you really need to read them in order. I haven't, and I haven't really lost anything. Like each book has their own set of characters and their own storyline. The location is really what makes it part of the series, because they're all set on Sullivan's Island. And this one says, a woman wounded by her past comes to Sullivan's Island, South Carolina, to find a new meaning in life and to find herself. As she takes up a new hobby of beekeeping, she begins to come into her own and rebuild her life when a new friend comes in and she finally allows for something more than just a friendship. Everyone will realize that life could use a little taste of sweetness. So let's see, the next one is, oh sorry, I switched them. That one, so I mixed it up. The one I just talked about, Queen Bee, that one is for number 14's challenge, 2019 release. Because I initially thought that, but this one fit the challenge of a beach setting because it has beach in the title. So I thought I would kind of like, I split it that way. And this is Mary Alice Monroe, The Beach House. And this one is book 1 in Beach House series. And this is Carette Rutledge thought she'd left her southern roots and troubled family far behind. So you can see why I got them mixed up. They're both set in the South, and they're both like beachy reads. So yes, anyway. But an unusual request from her mother, coming just as her own life is spinning out of control, has Kara heading back to the scenic low country of her childhood summers. Well, they're not just southern books, but they're both in the low country. Okay. Let's see. Before long, the rhythms of the island open her heart in wonderful ways as she repairs the family's beach house, becomes a bona fide turtle lady, and renews old acquaintances with her mother that she will earn life's most precious lessons. True love involves sacrifice. Family is forever, and the mistakes of the past can be forgiven. So this will be a nice summer read. And let's see, the next one is for challenge number 70, a book that was released in July of any year. And I chose to do Beatrix Williams' The Summer Wives. And I just love this woman's dress. Like, I love the color green. The green's my favorite color. And I'm always on the hunt for anything like this kind of like rich green. I don't like the lime green, but this like kind of like foresty ivy green. It's just my favorite. And so this one says, let's see, an electrifying post-war fable of love, class, power, and redemption set among the inhabitants of an island off the New England coast. And this is a historical fiction, mystery, and romance is what it's listed as. So, yeah, this one is going to look like, it's going to be, it says 1950, the summer of 1951 is when it starts, and then it says, and it's going to fast forward in time to 1969. So both of those eras, I think, are really like, hold a lot of historical significance. Let's see, then the next one is for a number 12 over the challenges, a cowboy romance, and this is A Touch of Frost by Joe Goodman. It's the first book in the Cowboys of Colorado series. And I don't know if I've ever read a cowboy romance. I've read westerns, and you think of like, you know, Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. I read westerns like that, but I've never read a romance western. So this will be new to me. And this says, after his train is robbed at gunpoint, Remington Frost awakens from a blow to find the bandits gone, along with the woman he was shadowing for protection. No stranger to risk, Remington will do what it takes to bring Phoebe Apple to safety and her kidnappers to justice. These are interesting names. Remington Frost is the guy's name, and Phoebe Apple is the woman's name, which is okay. Let's see, but ransoming Phoebe is just the start of trouble. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. And then this last one, I love this cover. I saw this at a grocery store, and I was like, I have to get it from my library. It's just, and this is for number 22, a book with a cat or a dog on the cover. And this has a dog, a really cute beagle. This is Lori Foster's Cooper's Charm, and they're on the beach with the house in the background. But this dog is like stealing the show. Let's see. This is the first book in the Summer Resort series. And it says, one summer, two sisters and a chance to start over. Before the burglary that shattered her confidence, Phoenix Rose had a fiancé, a successful store, and a busy, happy existence. After months spent adrift, she takes a job at the lakeside resort of Cooper's Charm. Surrounded by beautiful scenery, friendly colleagues, and a charismatic widowed boss, Phoenix is slowly inching her way back into the world. Visiting Cooper's Charm to check up on her little sister Ridley, R-I-D-L-E-Y, Ridley Rose. These names again, Phoenix Rose and Ridley Rose. So Ridley Rose impulsively agrees to fill in as housekeeper. I get a bad feeling about this. If the little sister is going to be the housekeeper of a beach house, I think something's going to be up with that. Let's see. Still reeling from an ego-bruising divorce, she finds satisfaction in her job well done and the attention of the resort's handsome scuba instructor. Yeah, so we'll see if she can keep up this housekeeping with a scuba instructor to divert her attentions. So yeah, these are the books I'm reading for the month of June. Wish me luck. I read, like I said, I read romance like periodically, but this is gonna be a lot of romance read, which is kind of like perfect for me because I had a kind of a rough month in May, and so I'm ready for some light beachy reads. I might need to like escape to the beach. I'm not really a big fan of beach reading. Like, I don't mind like sitting on a balcony, like listening to the waves with like shade and a table, but just like sitting like on a towel in the on the sand, like I just don't find it comfortable because the sun's like beating down on you, and you get the itchy sand, and there's a lot of people all around, and just you can't get comfortable. I'm not sure. So but yeah, let me know if you've read any of these books and if you're going to be participating in this book bingo challenge. So yeah, thanks. See you soon.